Life is brutal and unforgiving. It will break you if you're not prepared. I see a softness in you that worries me, a dangerous naivety that makes you an easy target. Understand this. If you're not ready to fight, if you lack the capacity for danger, you're not virtuous, you're weak. And weakness has no place in this world. Inside every man there's a shadow, a dark, primal force, capable of destruction and chaos. You can't deny it or pretend it isn't there. The question isn't whether it exists. The question is whether you control it or it controls you. Weak men ignore this shadow, fooling themselves into thinking they're good or harmless. But there's nothing virtuous about being harmless. A rabbit is harmless not by choice, but because it's weak and powerless. That's not a life to aspire to. A real man faces his shadow. He wrestles with it, masters it, and integrates it. This is what makes him dangerous in the best sense of the word. A dangerous man doesn't need to prove himself with violence or cruelty. His strength speaks for itself. He has teeth, but they're under control. And that's the kind of man you must become. Look at the heroes we admire. Batman, Harry Potter, great men of history. They all had flaws, faced darkness, and emerged stronger. They broke rules when they had to, not out of rebellion, but to achieve something greater. A hero is saint. A hero is a controlled monster. Weakness breeds bitterness, and bitterness turns to cruelty. The men who wreak havoc on others, the school shooters, the abusers, they aren't strong, they're weak. And life is too hard for weak men. It will break you unless you develop the strength to face it. That strength comes from responsibility, not rights or fleeting happiness, but from carrying your own weight, supporting your family, serving your community, and standing for something greater than yourself. Responsibility is what gives life meaning. It's what keeps you grounded when everything else falls apart. Facing your shadow is hard. It means confronting the parts of yourself you'd rather ignore. But it's necessary. It's where real power comes from. When you develop that power, when you grow teeth, you gain self-respect. And when you respect yourself, others will respect you too. That's not about bullying or domination. It's about standing your ground, demanding the respect you've earned, and refusing to be walked on. This is why disciplines like martial arts emphasize control. They don't train you to pick fights, but to avoid them. But if you must fight, they train you to win. Be peaceful, but be ready. Be kind, but be strong. Life isn't going to wait for you to figure this out. It's coming, whether you're ready or not. Stop listening to people who tell you to be harmless or to suppress your competitive spirit. That's a recipe for failure. You need to want to win, not to crush others, but to push yourself to grow, adapt, and improve. When the New Testament says, "The meek shall inherit the earth," it doesn't mean weak or passive. It means having a sword, knowing how to use it, and keeping it sheathed. That's what you must become, powerful and disciplined, dangerous yet controlled. Time is running out. Start facing the parts of yourself you're afraid of. Start taking responsibility for your life. Stop wasting time and become the man you're meant to be, a man who stands tall in the face of life's storms. Because if you don't, life will chew you up and spit you out. You're my son, and I expect more from you. Rise to the challenge, be strong, be disciplined, be dangerous, and get to work. Life won't wait.